Good day, my friends. Today we're looking at question 9 of Neco 2025. And this is a bearing question. And the question says, an aircraft took off from an airstrip with an average speed of 35 km per hour on a bearing of 015 degree for 2 hours. It then changed course and flew on a bearing of 100 degree with an average speed of 22 km per hour for another 2.5 hours. Find its first one, distance from the starting point to 2 decimal places. The second question, bearing from the airstrip to the nearest degree. And question B says, differentiate 1 plus x, 1 plus 2x squared all over x with respect to x. Okay? Solutions to this. Before the diagram, let's look at distance. A, distance equal to speed times time. And when you look at the question, we are given speed and we are given time. So, and we need the distance. So here, this will give me what? 35 for the first course. That will be 35 times 2 hours. And that will give me what? 70 km. That's for the first race. Then for the second, we have distance to be still speed times time. And the speed given to us is what? 22 km per hour times 2.5. And 2.5 is 5 all over 2. And this will give me what? This will give me 55 km. So now let's now put this in the diagram. The question says, an aircraft took off from an airstrip with an average speed of this on a bearing of 015 degree. So if here is the starting point, a 015 degree, we move like this. So from here to here is 015 degree. So and at the distance of what? 70 kilometer. 70 kilometer. It then changes course. Then from here now, it changes the directions and then flew on the bearing of what? 100 degrees. So if this is 90, so 100 is somewhere here. So here, from this place to this place now, that is 100 degrees. Then for how many kilometers? That's 55. 55 what? 55 kilometers. So then what will this give me? I have this as my what? As my triangle. So if this is 15, here too is what? 15 degree. So from here to here is 100 degree. Then the remaining here is what? 80 degree. So the full here is what? 95 degree. Then the first question says the distance from the starting point. Here, let me name this place X. Here is Y and here is Z. The starting point is X, so we are asked to find this place. Then to find that side, we have to, let's redraw this. If we redraw it, we are going to have something like this as a triangle. So here I have 95 degree. So here I have 70 kilometer. Here I have 55 kilometer. Then we have to find this. If this is X, this is Y, this is Z. This is small y, this is small z, and this is small x. So we have to find the small y. Then to find the small y, we are going to use cosine rule because none is complete. We are going to use cosine rule to find the small y. Then to use cosine rule here, now the rule says what? Y squared equals to x squared plus z squared minus what? 2xz then cos y. So what will this give me now? So here I'm going to have what? Y squared equals to small x is what? 55 squared plus what? 70 squared minus 2 times what? Times 55 times 70. Then cos what? Cos 95 degree. So what would that give me? So here I have my y squared to what? 55 squared. Is it 55? Yes. 55 squared. What will 55 squared give me? That will be 55 times what? 55. Here is 25. 2. 25, 27. Okay. Here again 5. 25, 27. So that will be 5. Here is 2. Here is what? 0. And here is what? 3. Am I right? That's 3, 0, 2, 5. Let me check with my calculator. What that will give me? 55 times 55. Here 55 times 55. Yes, 3, 0. Here I have 3, 0, 2, 5. Plus here I have 4, 9, 0, 0. Minus. So here what do we have? 55, 2 times 55 times 70. So what would that give us? That will give us 7700 times cos 95. What will cos 95 give us? Cos 95. Let's see. Cos 95. You want to check what will cos 95 give us? Here I have cos 95. And that gives us what? Minus 0. What? 0872. So that is what we have. So now let's deal with this. Y squared equals to, here I have 3025 plus what? Plus 4900. So that gives us 7925 minus, then 7700 times what? Times 0.0872. So that gives us what? That will be plus 671.44. Then my y square now equals to this plus what? So here I have 7925 plus 671.44. So that gives me what? 8596.44. Then y now equals to square root of 8596.44. Okay? So this will give me square root of 8596.44. And that gives me what? So here I have my y to be 92.72. So how many? To 2 decimal places, 72 kilometers. So that's the answer for the first one. Then to the second, to Roman figure 2. So here is Roman figure 1. Then Roman figure 2. What does the question say? The question says, bearing from the strip to the nearest degree. Bearing from the strip to the nearest degree. So what would that give us? From the strip to the nearest degree. Okay, so here is the strip. So here is the strip. We need the bearing from this angle. Let me use another color for that. We need bearing from this angle to this place. Then we have part of it. Then we need to calculate the remaining angle. So here, we are putting theta here. Then we need that angle there. Then to get to the angle there, we are going to use sine rule. Using sine rule. Using sine rule. Then to use sine rule here, what do we have here? We have 55 all over sine theta. That's 55 all over sine theta equal to, which one is complete? That is 95. Sorry, what do we have here? We have 92.72 all over what? all over sine 95. So that's what you have. So from here you cross multiply. Here I have my sine theta equals to 55 times sine what? 55 times sine 95 all over what? 92.72. Then my sine theta will give me what? Sine 95. Here I have sine 95, and that gives me 55 times 0.9962 all over 92.72. Okay? Here I have my sine theta equal to here times 55. Okay? That's here I have 54.79 all over 92.72. So what would that give me? Divided by 92.72, and that gives me what? 0.5911. Then my theta, that will be sine inverse of 0.5911. Sine inverse of 0.5911. That one gives me what? That gives me my theta is equal to what? 36 degree. That's 36.23 degree. That is my theta. So now we are done with that. There's a second question says we should differentiate. The question should differentiate 1 plus x into 1 plus 2x squared divided by what? Divided by x. So let's expand that. So let's expand it. Let's change this a bit. So this is what we want to solve. So we need to solve this. 1 plus x and also 1 plus 2x squared divided by x. So let's expand this. If I expand the up one, I'm going to have what? 2x squared plus 1 plus x plus 2x cubed, right? All over what? All over x. Then when I have that, if I divide through by x, I have 2x squared divided by x plus 1 all over x plus x all over x plus 2x cubed all over x. 2x cubed all over x. So this, I will have 2x plus x raised to minus 1 plus 1, then plus 2x squared. Then we cannot differentiate this, but if I divide to this, I will have 2x squared, okay, plus 2x, plus x raised to minus 1 plus 1. Then, if y is equal to this, then my dy dx. So my dy dx here, 2 times this, so that will be 4x plus what? 4x plus 2, and this will give me what? Minus 1, okay? Plus, okay, let's say minus 1, x raised to power what? Minus 2. Minus 2, then plus 0. So this will not give me totally 4x, okay, plus 2, then minus x raised to power minus 2. So that is the final answer to this. Am I right? Yes, that is the final answer to this. See you in the next class. Bye for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel. See you in the next class. Bye for now.